Before we get into this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button to be the first to see our newest videos. Lu Hao. Lu Hao is a Chinese kid weighing 132 pounds at the age of 3. This is 3 times of what should be the optimum weight for a kid at that age. His eating habits are queer too, as he can have 3 meals of a bowl full of rice every day, and he always complains of being hungry. His parents have tried different restrictive methods, but these have only led to his anger. The doctors concerned with his case have been unable to find any suitable reasons for this anomalous eating habit, going by a Chinese saying that the fatter a baby, the healthier he is. Hao is the healthiest kid in China. Milagros Cerón. This little girl from Peru had almost proven the mermaid myth to be true, owing to the birth defect she was born with. While we know from fairy tales that fairies have the tail of a fish in place of human legs, Cerón was born with her legs joined to one another, which made it look like a fishtail. Fortunately, the doctors were able to separate her legs, and she can now lead a normal life like any other kid. Fu Wengui. This is a typical kid from Beijing, aged 15 years, and he is quite normal, except for the fact that he has 10 vertebrae instead of 7. This is more discomfort than it sounds, as it not only gives him a peculiar look, but is a source of terrible pain when he attempts to do the day-to-day activities like sitting or sleeping. This is quite a rare congenital disorder called scoliosis, but the ray of hope is that the doctors have performed an operation on him and reduced his vertebrae to 7, which would now enable him to lead a normal life. An Kui. Kui is a Chinese boy for whom the birthmarks went terribly wrong. This happened first when the kid's birthmark near his eye started growing gradually, accompanied with facial hair. This became quite painful for him because the other kids at school started bullying him, and the weight of this stress bogged him down. After visits to several doctors, there is a ray of hope that Kui would be able to get back to normal life after an operation that needs to be performed on him. Richard Sandrak. Richard Sandrak was born in Ukraine as an American and is now known as Hercules due to the sheer strength he possesses and is rightfully the strongest kid on the planet. He had been a professional bodybuilder since the age of 8 and has been a world champion in martial arts. He weighs around 210 pounds and can do 600 push-ups in one go. Now at the age of 21, he has decided not to pursue the career of bodybuilding and weightlifting. There is even a documentary made on his life called The World's Strongest Boy. He now works as a Hollywood stuntman with Universal Studio, and he aspires to become a quantum scientist and work for NASA. Mohammed Kaleem. This is an Indian boy who was born with gigantic hands, which made quotidian life miserable for him. Simple things always seemed out of reach due to these cumbersome hands that were difficult to live with. His hands are so large that a normal person's hand would begin and end with his palms. This makes simple tasks like putting on clothes take up a lot of effort for him. Didier Montalvo. This kid was born with a gigantic mole on his back, which was so large that it gave him the appearance of a turtle, and he was thus nicknamed Turtle Boy. He had to carry this enormous weight on his back, which made day-to-day life miserable for him. As can be understood, this weight he had to carry had to be removed, and the doctors, after a successful operation, have been able to remove this bizarre mole from his body. Didier now leads a normal life, like the other kids in his locality. Winter Vinecki. This is the story of a girl prodigy who was only 14 years old when she was the only kid in the world to participate in and finish in marathons on all 7 continents of the world. In this quest, she had her mother with her, who ran in all 7 marathons alongside her daughter. This mother-daughter duo has run in the United States, Kenya, Mongolia, Greece, Peru, Antarctica, and New Zealand. It was her dream to participate in the Summer and Winter Olympics since she was only 5 years old. When she was 9, she founded the NGO called Winter Team that raises money to help the people with prostate cancer, a malady to which Winter lost her father. Deepak Kumar Paswan. Deepak is a boy from India, and his case is nothing short of a sensation. Deepak had been born with the arms and legs of his unborn twin growing out of his body. This made life difficult for him, as the kids and the adults often teased him for the appendages that grew out of his body, while some people revered him, thinking him to be a descendant of Vishnu, the four-handed god. The experts from Bangalore agreed to perform an operation to remove this anomaly, and more importantly, they agreed to do it for free. This saved the money that the Paswan family would have had to spend on the treatment. The twin that was removed was found with a malformed brain and teeth, along with long, strong tufts of hair. This is one of the most bizarre human conditions that can be found on the planet and is rarest among the rare. Charlotte. Charlotte was born so tiny, premature, with some health issues, that she was almost the size of a doll or teddy bear when she was born. The doctors gave up all hope and said that she would live a year at most. She proved all of them wrong and continues to lead a normal life and goes to school regularly. She can easily fit on the shoulders of her parents and has no other bodily anomalies that can cause trouble in living. All those around her look up to her as being intelligent and having a bright future. Andy Lee. Andy Lee, who is also known as Tsung Tsung, is the kid who is surely a prodigy. You would not believe his piano skills. He first displayed his skills to the world when in 2013 he appeared in the famous Ellen DeGeneres show, where he mesmerized the audience with his beautiful skills. Andy has been playing the piano for a long time now, and at the age of 5 he composed a piece called Flood Time, which he played while he was still wearing his pajamas. He is so adept in his art that he can play 3 pieces of Mozart continuously, and he does not have to look at the music. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that like button and subscribe for more.